straying away from the Bible, man.
I got a precept before we go into the talk about being dead and alive. It's going to be, the point is at 11. I'm going to start at 8. All right. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 8. Remember that Yahushua Mashiach of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel, wherewith I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds. But the word of the Most High is not bound. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahushua Mashiach with eternal glory.
That's part of being. Stop. You can't be selfish, man. All right, just because you're not having a good day don't mean don't come out and do the work. All right, you're supposed to give your life up, man. Sacrifice.
This says that I endure all things for the elect.
Yeah, and that comes with sacrificing. You're enduring all things, man.
Not for yourself, but for the elect's sake.
For the elect's sake, you know? You're giving up your own personal life, all right, the things that you do outside of this truth, because this is what's more important. You got to teach to the elect, man. How the elect gonna be sealed and say we stop teaching this truth in Nebraska, man? That's selfish.
It's bigger than you.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
This ain't no one man program as far as us, man. This ain't all about you. We have to remember that, man.
Here's the point right here. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him.
Yeah, for if we be dead with him, being dead to this world, carrying out righteousness, we shall also live with them, man, in righteousness. Did not the scripture say we're gonna be joint heirs with the Most High? Or not the Most High, Yahushua, man.
If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he will deny us.
And denying him is going through this suffering and getting sick of suffering and going back, and, like you said, going to the other team. All right, we're gonna suffer,
taking
man.
breaks.
Yeah, taking breaks, you know.
Not teaching the name.
Gatorade breaks. You don't take Gatorade breaks in this thing, man. You keep it going. It don't matter like you said, it's not about you. It's bigger than you. It don't matter how much knowledge you think you got, man. It's bigger than you. And you're gonna have to suffer, man. How else? What's the point of getting a reward if you're not gonna go through things for it?
Or just get off the team. If you can't do it, get off the team. Don't be on the team making excuses on why you can't accomplish the goal of winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're too tired, your leg hurt, or whatever. Don't why you here? You know what I'm saying? You have to endure that hardness. You know what I'm saying? You have to battle through these things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a goal. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't do it, then don't be there, because you're hurting the whole team in itself. You know what I'm saying? So just like it says, we're instruments. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's in Romans say we're instruments. You know what I'm saying? Our members are instruments. Basically, if one part is defective, it's useless. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you want to be a part of the team, if you're injured, you're useless. You know what I'm saying? If you're tired, you're useless. Ain't nothing worse than you saying that you can't perform because of a personal problem. You know what I'm saying? Then that's like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go out because it's cold. Whatever bullshit you come up with. You know what I'm saying? That's a personal problem, and it doesn't make you efficient or effective. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Why are you on the team? You know, if you don't want to go out because you're in the cold, just go be wicked. Because this is a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get hit hard or whatever. You know, you're on the football team, you don't want to get hit hard. That doesn't make any sense. Get off the damn team, man. You know what I'm saying? You're here to play.
You don't want to get your jersey dirty.
Yeah, you don't want to get your jersey dirty. Let me finish this last verse, you know. Verse 13, if we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. If we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. So that's basically like the truth is going to stand. You know what I'm saying? That if any nigga fall out, you know, the Most High ain't going to turn around and say, well, you know, have pity. the ball keeps rolling, just like when niggas fall out. You know what I'm saying? It just keep rolling. You know, it's one direction. You know, ain't nobody more important than the other, but you ain't so important that if you stop, that you're gonna stop the Most High's movement. So stop whatever you got going on. That's just what you got going on. You gotta. That's just extra. That's your burden, basically, man. You know, we all have burdens, but if your burden a little bigger than somebody else, that don't mean that you have a good reason to not perform. You know, because you're here to perform. A brother might got $1 million, you might got $2. You might owe $1 million. But if you're in this truth, your duty in this truth is to perform. You know what I'm saying? And do the works and teach, exhort. Just because you got a brother got $1 million and you're $1 million in debt, don't mean you got a different. You supposed to say you can't perform. It don't matter, man. That's just your burden. You know, and you gotta really suck it up. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair, but that's what it is. You know.
That's your cross, man. And you said you gotta bury your cross, man.
Yeah, that's why he said early in the verse that if we suffer, we shall also reign with him.
Exactly.
What's the point to, you know, if you don't go through nothing, you know what I'm saying? What's the point to earning something, man? You supposed to want to earn things, man. You don't want something in your lap, man. You know, any nigga that say, oh, if Israel gonna be saved anyway, then I might as well do what I want, and then on the other side I'll be in the kingdom. You know, you don't deserve, you know, I ain't gonna say you don't deserve to be in the kingdom, but any nigga like that ain't right, man.
You don't deserve. You know, it's gonna be different levels in the kingdom. So you don't deserve to be on that higher level if that's your way of thinking, man.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the proper gifts.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, it may seem pleasing to yourself now, but later on it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Just like when you bullshit through school and they be like, get your education or whatever, hypothetically, because school ain't shit, but they like, get your education, you're bullshitting, you're smoking, and you're doing all this and that, and then when it's time to be a senior, you got like fucking 15 classes, so you gotta stay, you know, an extra year you kept back, you know what I'm saying, because you had your pleasure early. Now you regret, you know, sitting there. You don't got no 4.0, so now you gotta go to community college, you know what I'm saying? That's when you reaping what you sow, you know, because you had your pleasures early, compared to them niggas that was nerds and now they bosses over you and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's us. We're the nerds of right now. We're dying to the world right now, and then when it's time to really live how we supposed to live, because right now this ain't shit, man. Cigarettes, you know, pork, pussy, all that shit ain't nothing, man, compared to the streets paved with gold, walls of rubies and stones.
Slaves.
You know, slaves having dominion over the world, compared to you just having dominion over. You don't have dominion over nothing. You just got dominion over sin, so to speak, man. That's it. You can just do what you want. You have the freedom to do what you want here.
Like that cop said, you have privileges.
Yeah, you got privileges. I mean, you got the freedom to sin here. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, you got a privilege. You got a privilege to sin here, but with Esau, he gives you the freedom. You got control over it.
Yeah.
You know.
I got two scriptures. Second Corinthians 8:9. For ye know the grace of our Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, that though he was rich, yet for your sake he became poor.
Yeah, though he was rich, for our sake he became poor. For the elect's sake he became poor, man. He humbled himself. All right, to prove the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You don't need a lot to prove the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but to be a righteous man.
Because he had the power of the Most High, so to speak. For, you know what I'm saying, with the spiritual power and everything, he could have did what he wanted to do. He could have made that donkey be a old broad-shouldered white horse with gold trimming and all of that kind, with gold horseshoes and all that.
Clydesdales, motherfuckers, you know, where the bottom of the horse is about this tall.
Yeah,
you know, that's the bottom, that's the belly of the horse. Clyde and Budweiser horses, so to speak.
Kind.
You know?
And he played his role, man, and that's what we gotta do. We gotta play our role.
Hey, and he suffered. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Yep, he suffered. It says, that ye through his poverty might be rich. You know what I'm saying? Ecclesiasticus 33:17. Consider that I labor not for myself only, but for all them that seek learning.
Yes, Khan. Just like we've been saying, man, it's bigger than us.
Yeah.
All right. we out here. We out here. We're seeking a reward for the Most High. We're praying that we're the elect, but we out here teaching to wake up the elect. All right. Putting yourself out there, man.
Like, you know, it.
What it says to them that want to learn.
Yeah, to them that seek learning.
To them that seek learning, man. And then the elect's gonna seek learning. We already know that 2/3 of our people ain't seeking that, man.
Exactly.
You know, it's apparent. We see it every day. Okay.
For what? For almost 4 years, we've been the only 4 in our camp. You know what I'm saying? But does that mean stop? You know what I'm saying? No, that means we got to keep going, man, because we don't know if there's anybody else out here in Omaha, or if there's somebody that's going to come visit from another state and the Lord want us to run into them so they can go back. We don't know that, so we got to play our part, man. We have to play our role. No matter what we want to do, this is something that we have to do, man. Because you got yourself in it.
Even if nobody wakes up, we could be here just to be condemning and just to do the work and to prophesy, so nobody can say, no, I ain't never here. Just like you had somebody bearing witness saying they never seen this before. Now you know that's a witness in itself to sit there and say, oh, I never heard it. You have heard it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we all over. That's why the Most High have Israelites all over the world like that. Because Edomites always come up with that hypothesis, well, if somebody never came across the Bible, this and that. It don't work like that. That's the spirituality and the faith of the Most High. When he said it's going to be spread across the 4 corners of the earth, it is. You know what I'm saying? You just never look. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't looking, because the scripture said in Songs of Solomon that upon my bed, you know, I saw them. You know what I'm saying? Then I went about the streets. That's a person that looked. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't looking, you ain't gonna get it. You know, and if you ain't gonna get it, you wasn't meant to get it. You know, you wasn't looking. So even if you never came across a prophet, you can't sit there and say to the Most High, oh, I didn't meet nobody and get nobody wake me up here. The Most High be like, cause you ain't look, you was slugging. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's still gonna be fair. You know, even if you never came across nobody with the scriptures, you was a slugger. There's no way you can't. You have the internet, man.
Exactly. I was about to say, you know, because how you can look on YouTube pages and see, you know, what country is watching you. There's people in Japan that's watching us. You know, I didn't Google GMS Nebraska watching it, and people that had our videos, you know, not saying that we top dogs and nothing like that, just saying off of us, had our videos on a Japanese website. You know what I'm saying? They didn't download it and re-upload it to that. So like the brother was saying, across the 4 corners of the earth, you ain't got no excuse, man. No, I was going back to Colossians. All right, here we go, back at it. Colossians 3:5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection. I probably want to get that word. Evil concupiscence and covetousness, which is idolatry. Okay, where's that? Verse 5. Inordinate.
I think it's like homosexuality and things like that. Make sure. The Greek word is pathos for inordinate affection. Is that one word consists for inordinate affections as a whole, which is Strong's G 33958. Whatever befalls one, whether it be sad or joyous, specifically a calamity, mishap, evil, affliction, a feeling which the mind suffers, an affliction of the mind, emotion, passion, passionate deed, used by the Greeks in either good or bad